Oh! 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 No! Oh, Kumas! No, no, no! Cliffhanger! I lost! Ah! Hey guys, what's going on? Too Lazy for Life here, back at you again with another episode of Fate Zero. We're on the last 2 episodes of the series, guys. Oh, I can't believe it. I honestly can't believe it's been 24 episodes. Okay, we're up to episode 24 as of this recording. I can't believe we've gone this far into the series already. I mean, that's insane. I can't believe I've almost finished this show in 3 weeks. That is absolutely mind-blowing. I usually don't get through a series this long that quickly. It usually takes like 3 months. I can't believe I did it in 3 weeks. That's very fast for me. So yeah, we're on the penultimate episode. What to expect? Well, last episode, as I'm sure you guys have already seen already, I could barely keep myself together. I was crying like an absolute bitch by the end of that episode. That last... It's just been painful episode after painful episode after painful episode. The pain train has no brakes. It has just been an absolute depression fest the last 7 episodes, okay? It just hurts. Every episode just hurts. And last episode, Ryder, Iskandar, Alexander the Great had to finally bid us all farewell. He took on Gilgamesh in a one-on-one. Gilgamesh just pulled out a magical alien sword as if there wasn't enough bullshit from this guy already with his spaceships and his power armor and his golden portals. He pulls out this damn alien sword that looks like a Happy Meals toy, and he just destroyed Iskandar's Ionian Hitari Noble Phantasm. His entire massive army got demolished in one single hit. What? And then after that, Iskandar had no choice but to just charge Gilgamesh head on by himself, and Gilgamesh just cut him down. And then he pulls out these chains! How much more ass pulls can this guy come up with? Where did these chains come from suddenly, alright? I'm guessing Gilgamesh can just literally pull anything he wants out of those portals to best suit his situation. Ryder just got absolutely bound, okay? He just got absolutely just immobilized by those chains, and then Gilgamesh just stabbed him through the chest with Aya, okay, the name of that weird looking sword, and then that was the end of Ryder. Hey, at least Gilgamesh respected Ryder to such an extent that he let his master go. He let Waver go. I thought Waver was doomed from what he said. I think, was it the previous episode or the episode before that? He said to, you know, that old man, his pseudo granddad, you know, I don't think I'm gonna make it back safely. And I thought Waver was actually gonna die, just like everyone else in this series. Everyone's just dying. But hey, I think Waver might actually make it out of this alive. At least there's just some ray of hope, some ray of positivity and happiness in this series. Waver and Ryder were literally the happiness in this series. They were literally what kept me somewhat, you know, optimistic and somewhat cheerful amongst all of this chaos, amongst all of this sadness and just depression and just horror, okay? Those two were just the one beacon of light, one ray of sunshine in this super depressing series. Don't get me wrong, it's a masterpiece, but it just hurts. It just hurts so much. Oh, right, and then Saber, she got to meet Berserker's true identity. She got to find out Berserker's true identity. Lancelot. Now, I'm already 5 minutes into this intro. I don't want to make this video like half an hour long just from the opening, and then we have the rest of the video to talk about. This video might end up being like an hour and a half long, so I'm going to give you a quick history lesson, a 1-minute history lesson on Lancelot. Lancelot was King Arthur's right-hand man. He was the best knight, the greatest knight amongst all of the knights of the Round Table. Basically, King Arthur's council, King Arthur's entourage. Lancelot had an affair with King Arthur's wife, Guinevere. Eventually, this led to a whole fiasco where he eventually left Britain along with many other knights off to France. And then King Arthur must have seen this as, you know, some kind of betrayal, must have seen like some kind of just, you know, why did my right hand man do this? Why did Lancelot leave me like this? It just led to just, you know, this whole loss of trust, and it must have hurt King Arthur real bad just to see how one of his most faithful, most loyal subjects that he thought had his back just turned on him. And I guess that's why Saber must be feeling so traumatized, Vietnam flashbacks, PTSD, so disheartened, so devastated right there when she just found out for the first time that Berserker was indeed Lancelot. And why is Lancelot now hating on King Arthur? Why is Lancelot showing so much anger and so much, you know, spite towards his former king? Saber's just questioning, what have I done wrong to deserve this? Why are you against me like this? And then you hear all of Ryder's thoughts again coming back to haunt Saber. It's like, you never once led your people. You never once wanted to get to know your people. You just sheltered them from afar, and therefore your people don't really want to follow you. What Ryder said to Saber seems like right there she's starting to believe Ryder's words. The realization that really what she did when she was a king, her way, her method of ruling must have not been very effective, and it's now backfiring because right now she's seeing the one most trusted, most right-hand man, most faithful servant to King Arthur basically turning against her. And yeah, I bet Saber's having a rough time trying to process all of this. So that's basically what happened last episode, and we're now gonna get on with this episode. All right, I'm so not gonna enjoy this. This is probably gonna be more pain. I've just got done with Sword Art Online, One Punch Man. I've got all the happy stuff out of the way so that I can keep my brain completely focused and clear, with this as being the last thing to do for the day in terms of recording. I can just take in all the Fate Zero, just take in all the pure suffering without anything, you know, in the back, waiting in the waiting room, in the waiting line for me to have to tend to after being done with the next 2 episodes of suffering. All right, let's go, Pain Train. Heck, are they in the Batcave? It's the final showdown! Oh my god! Oh my! Kiritsugu versus Kirei! Oh, it's just too much happening already! He blocked the bullet? Oh my god. Oh, so he's not. Yeah, he's not using his own internal magic circuits. It might still be a strong enough caliber round to kill him. What? You're gonna adjust yourself to... Ooh, he doubled his speed? Oh, what the... Damn, I think that's like the first time Kiritsugu got hit this season. What? Did he just curb stomp Saber into that pillar? And she just got back up? Oh, no. Iris feels turned back into her original form. Jabaited! Jabaited! Playing dead. Oh man, everyone's getting their asses kicked like from the moment I press play this episode, everything's kicking off. Oh! What? That hit Kirei did was should have demolished his heart. What the fuck? Triple? Ah. What the heck? Oh, damn! What the fuck? Square? What? Oh my... It's over! And what is that? Oh no, Carrier's dead! Oh, and Saber had to kill Lancelot. What was that? What was all of that stuff pouring out of the Grail? What's going on? Inside the Grail. That's the Grail? Why was that? What? Give it form. Allow it to go outside. I know. Why was that it in italic? I'm sure I wasn't seeing things right. The will of the Grail. What? The Grail has a will of its own? Oh my god. You killed them all? That would have been your decision? That's what you would have done? To be honest, why would you have... Yeah, why is that... Oh, so what the... So what the Grail... Is the Grail basically telling him that even the Grail can't give him what he wished for? That's not a miracle. At a scale beyond the power of man. So what? The Grail is saying, I will save... You truly are Angra Mayu. Oh. Oh. This is the realization of your prayer. This episode was cranked up to 11 from the moment I pressed play. Wait, so is the Grail now saying choose between these two and life? You can't be serious! Oh man, everyone loves choking Irisfield this season. He won't even choose his own family! 6 billion people. Against two members of... Oh, how many times do I need to see Irisfield choke this season? Oh, Kiritsugu, man. Oh, so Kirei managed to Kirei saw all of that as well? Yeah! You gave up everything for this, Kiritsugu, and you... That thing is no omnipotent wish grant. If that thing... Oh, Kirei's dead. Oh my god, that's it? That's the end of... Oh. Oh, look who it is. The last one standing. You want my grail? Come take it from me. Lay down your sword and be my wife. I knew it! I knew this guy had a crush on her! Seek only me and be stained in my color. I shall give you every pleasure there is to feel. Alright, keep it in your pants, Gilgamesh. I wasn't asking for your opinion. Wow. I'll just keep throwing swords at you until you agree. You must first learn pain. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I order you. No! Destroy the grill! Wait, so Gilgamesh doesn't even know Kiritsugu's there? Oh my god. I've got no more tears left to give for this series, guys. I'm sorry. I wanted to cry at the end, but I couldn't. I have no more tears left to give. I've been beaten to a pulp, like kicking a dead horse. I feel so empty inside. This series has just sucked all the happiness and my soul out from my fucking body. Episode after episode for like the last 8 episodes. Actually, for this entire season, minus the first 2 episodes, the rest of this season has just been pure, concentrated pain and suffering. There's been no joy in this second season, this entire second season. It has just been absolute suffering. And somehow it's enjoyable. Oh, I'm such a masochist. Alright, episode 24, the penultimate episode of Fate Zero. I don't even know where to begin. I honestly don't know what to talk about first. There's just too many things happened this episode right from the get-go. From the moment I pressed play, there was no chill this episode. It was cranked up to over 9,000 from the first second of this episode to the very end of this episode. It was just, they just threw everything, including the kitchen sink, at my face. So, we're going to start things off, I guess, with Kiritsugu versus Kirei. Let's talk about that, shall we? So the moment I pressed play, the light switched on, it flicked on. You see Kiritsugu's face. You see Kirei's face kissing his little Catholic church, talisman thing, his necklace. And, the gun on one side, the Wolverine swords on the other side. The claws are out. The gun is out. Showdown time. It's time to settle this once and for all. Time to put these two absolutely ruthless mage killers up against one another, and let's see who comes out on top. And let me tell you, that was one heck of a duel. That freaking confrontation between those two, they were pulling out all the stops. In the end, both of them were absolutely beaten to a pulp, bleeding out of every single nook and cranny from their body. And man, they got fucked up. Kiritsugu took his first hits to his body of the series. I mean, I think even against Kaneth he didn't get hit, right? So this was the first time Kiritsugu took a sucker punch to the gut, which should have killed him. That hit from Kirei, since, well, I mean, Kirei does know martial arts, right? That hit from Kirei was supposed to have just instantly exploded Kiritsugu's heart. That was a heart destruction punch, kind of like from Kill Bill. Kirei is also like superhuman with his magical powers. Stack that on top of his martial arts skills, he will kill anybody in one fatal strike. And Kiritsugu was supposed to have died there if it had not been for Avalon. Avalon can even recover, as we've seen from, episode 8 with Irisfield getting stabbed through the abdomen. Avalon seems to be able to heal the bearer of all wounds, literally all wounds, even if they are fatal. That fight was freaking insane. Kiritsugu had to go as far as quadrupling his speed. Quad axle? How close was his body from just tearing apart at that point? Apparently, every time he has to do this, it puts significant strain on his body. And that was double axle. And then he had to triple axle. And then he had to quad axle. Oh, and then Kirei, apparently he can compensate and adjust his movements to Kiritsugu. So Kirei then doubles his speed. What the? Ooh, Jackie Chan. Oh, what the hell was that? And then, oh man, Kirei, he blocked the origin bullet with his what was it, black keys infused with his command spells. Oh my god. Turns out Kirei only had 8 command spells left after using that one that he burned at the beginning, blocking that bullet. So it turns out, Kirei doesn't have an infinite number of command spells. He has 8. Still a lot. It's still a lot, but I thought he had way more than that, considering he also gave Carrier back 2, right? Oh, alright, and Carrier. Let's not forget about him. I'll get onto him in a minute. Kiritsugu, he managed to actually land a blow on Kirei's right hand, okay, with that second shot. It completely blew out his right hand, his right arm, couldn't use it anymore. But did you see that even then? And his left eye, his right hand was gone, his left eye was bloody, probably half broken, and he was still just bitch slapping Kiritsugu's knife away with his other hand. This episode right here is just for all the Kirei and Kiritsugu fans. This episode right here, you can just nerdgasm all over that fight scene. That fight scene was just... it was... Forget One Punch Man. I know One Punch Man had some amazing fights, amazing animation in season 1, but that fight right there has been the best thing that I've seen so far. That was just freaking insane. And also, right, well, I'm sorry, that is literally Bruce Wayne's Batcave from The Dark Knight. I can't be the only one that noticed that, right? That can see the resemblance. It is literally the Batcave. What are they doing in the Batcave? And this thing is right underneath that town hall. so what are you saying? What are you saying, huh? Batman's Batcave in Gotham City was secretly underneath Fuyuki City's town hall the entire time. That's a joke, by the way. What else? I can't actually recall like I said, from the get-go, this episode was just going at Mach speed. There was so much to process. There was too much to process. I can't even remember everything that happened this episode because it was so jam-packed. I'm gonna have to click through this episode bit by bit and see, what else is there to talk about. Lancelot just curb stomped Saber's head right into that concrete pillar. That would have crushed anyone else's head, but Saber, man, Saber's got a freaking thick blockhead, right? Saber's got one heck of a blockhead to have taken that hit, and all she did was just bleed out a little bit from her forehead. And then she got back up afterwards and skewered Lancelot And I think in that moment, Carrier died along with Lancelot. I think Carrier's dead. He's just... Oh, well, what a way to go. Carrier lost everything in his attempt to save Sakura. And he just died all alone in the dark in an alleyway. Or I think not in an alleyway, just somewhere hidden underneath the town hall. He just... Well, actually, no, not the town hall. He's in the car park, right? So he just died somewhere near the car park, all alone in the dark. Nobody even knew about that. It's just so... just bye-bye, Carrier. Bye-bye. So sad. I know you meant well, but it seems like just the whole series just shat on you. Hey, tough luck, bro, I guess. And yeah, I think after that fight with Lancelot, Saber's on edge. Saber's absolutely had enough. Saber, you saw from the very end when she approached the Grail and then Gilgamesh was standing in her way. It's like, get lost. Well, based on the way she said it and also the way the subtitles were done with all the dots and how broken up her sentences were, she could barely form coherent straight sentences, right? She could barely speak. She was so broken, so infused with rage. She just had enough. Just give me the damn Grail. She was like, get out of my way. That Grail. That Grail, it's mine! Give it to me! Oh, Gilgamesh! Like, of all the things to fucking finish things off, Gilgamesh is like, hey, forget that Grail. Be my waifu! Serve me! And like, Gilgamesh is like, be stained in my color. Is that like Gilgamesh's way of saying, allow me to jizz on your face? That's what I got from it. Obviously, too much was going on in that series for me to crack a joke like that, but that was what I was thinking inside when he said, be stained in my color. I just imagined like that moment from like the Ted movie where Ted was just like squirting all that fucking hand lotion on his face in the Walmart. It's like, be stained in my color. Just let me jizz all over your face, Saber. Oh man, Gilgamesh, please. Okay, please. That was that. Right, the main part, okay? I know this video is gonna be very freaking long. The main part of this episode that I want to talk about is what Kiritsugu saw in the Grail. So when that... Well, first off, what the fuck was that pouring out from the Grail? Irisfeel, her body eventually just reverted back to her original form, which was the Holy Grail. And then stuff started pouring out of it. Is that like all of the, the 6 servants? No, what's it? 5 servants that had been killed and had been, absorbed into Irisfeel? Is that now pouring out of Irisfeel? I don't know what that was, but basically a bunch of stuff started pouring out of the Grail. It wasn't blood, was it? I don't think it was blood. Just something poured out, broke through the floor, broke through the ceiling in the Batcave, drowned Kiritsugu and Kirei in it, and I guess being drowned in it, they ended up getting sucked into some kind of just hallucination, some kind of just dream where they're able to communicate with what's inside the Grail. And I don't think Kiritsugu was talking to Irisfeel. The dialogue said that, this isn't Irisfeel. This is just some kind of form that I basically, it's like the Grail has to take on some kind of form in order to be able to communicate with somebody. Otherwise, it's just like this sea of just invisible mass that just exists, but you can't see it. The Grail just took upon this copy of Irisfeel that was, well, it's Irisfeel is the Grail, right? So it just made a replica of just this image of Irisfeel just as a way of being able to communicate in human form to Kiritsugu. Kiritsugu was talking to the Grail, and it seemed like the Grail is conscious. I thought the Grail was just... It was just an inanimate object. You fill it in with magical energy and then magic happens and then you use that magical energy to grant your wish. But it seems like this Grail is sentient. It has a will of its own. It has a will of its own and it's saying it wants to be born. Hopefully it explains it next episode. I don't know what that's about. This Grail wants to be born. It says it, right? It. There's something in the Grail that wants to be born of some kind. That's what I got from it. And the Grail showed Kiritsugu basically the method, I guess, in which it wants to carry out Kiritsugu's wish. And it seems like that's not what Kiritsugu wanted at all. Kiritsugu wanted to just magically, solve all world conflict. Just bring world peace with a snap of a finger. He didn't know what method the Grail was going to take. He just wanted, magic, a miracle, as it said. A miracle to happen, just magically. All world conflict is gone. everyone lives happily ever after and there's no more wars, no more fighting. But the Grail's like, I'm sorry, you need to actually give me a practical method for me to carry out that wish of yours. So in order to carry out that wish of yours, I'm just gonna do what you do. It's the only way I know how, which is in order to bring about world peace, I need to get rid of those that are causing the problems. To save the lives of the many, the ones that are not causing the problems, I need to get rid of the lives of the few, the ones that are causing the problems. So what the Grail is basically saying is your wish, what you're basically doing right now, these little skirmishes that you've done your whole life of killing a few people just to save the greater good, just to protect the greater good for the greater good. I'm gonna now do that on a grand scale. I will save all the innocent people out there on this planet, but I am now gonna do what you do, but on a whole new level. I think that's basically what the Grail was saying. I'm now gonna wipe out all the bad guys, but that's not what Kiritsugu wants. I mean, is that so bad? I mean, personally, in my opinion, if you wipe out all the freaking bad guys off this planet just to save all the well-behaved, nice human beings, I wouldn't mind that. But Kiritsugu, he doesn't want that. He wanted the Grail to save everybody. Bit of a naive, foolish wish, if you ask me. The fact that the Grail is gonna end up killing crap tons of people in order to save the innocent, Kiritsugu doesn't want that. So he's saying that this Grail is not what he wanted. This Grail turns out to be false. This all-knowing, omnipotent wish-granting device is a lie. And that's why he rejected that wish. And in the end, Kiritsugu was even shown that decision. You had a choice to make. Are you going to choose the world, 6 billion people, over your 2 beloved family members? Kiritsugu didn't hesitate. He killed that illusion, that projection of Irisfeel and Ilya without... Oh, man. Being Kiritsugu is just suffering. Kiritsugu was willing to give up everything. His ideals of wanting to save the world, nothing was going to get in his way, even if it was those he cared about. As we've seen in the past, Kiritsugu has just pulled the trigger on everyone if it was for the benefit of if it was for the greater good. Kiritsugu was willing to sacrifice everything to see this dream of his, this ideal of his realized. He killed Maya, he killed Irisfeel, he killed Ilya. For the sake of the rest of the planet, he was willing to be the bearer of all sins. But it seems like, yeah, Kiritsugu has lost everything. Even what Kirei said at the end, I don't get it. You sacrificed everything for that moment, and then you just didn't want the wish. You just said no. And then Kiritsugu's like, you don't understand. You didn't see what I see. And then you just shot Kirei in the back of the head when Kirei's like, give me the Grail. I want to see what was that thing that was about to be born. Give me it. I want that Grail. That Grail gives me the answers to my life. It gives me, it'll show me the meaning to life. Give me it. Boom. Right in the back of the head. But Kirei, oh, what a way for Kirei to go, huh? Just, that's it. That's the end of Kirei. Damn. Oh, well. What a shame. At least the epic duel will go down in history for me as one of the greatest things I've ever seen. And yeah, well, I guess Kirei just had to lose in the end. Just get axed off like that so instantly. I'm not satisfied, but I see how... Like, you can't kill Kirei slowly. You have to put him out in one hit. But it's oh, man. I guess it needs to sink in. It's just not satisfying currently, having just finished it. This Grail that they've been fighting over this entire time is not what Kiritsugu wanted. I don't know what that's all about. I guess maybe they explain it next episode. And yeah, at the very end, Kiritsugu's like, Saber, with these last 2 command spells, I order you to destroy that Grail. And yeah, the look of betrayal on Saber's face as she couldn't resist it. 2 command spells worth of influence on her. She couldn't hold back. That sword was basically moving on its own. Her arms were moving on its own. And in the end, she's like, "Damn it! No! My Grail!" And then it cuts to the end credits. I couldn't cry. I couldn't even get mad at the end credits. I was in that episode. That episode was like getting spit roasted. I got so done in that episode. It's like being banged brainless. That episode just completely, yeah, And I've got the fucking next episode to go now after I'm done with this recording. Oh, the final episode. Next episode, the final episode of Fate Zero. Oh man, I can't believe it. This is the first series that I'm gonna finish out of the 3. And the winner is, in first place, Fate Zero. Alright, so I think I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. It's already coming close to an hour now for this recording. So yeah. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed my reaction to episode 24 of Fate Zero. Next episode, the last one. I'm going to get straight on it once I'm done with this video. If you've liked what you've seen, leave a like down below. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts about this, what happened this episode with the grill. Like, what's going on? I'm so confused. Like, what was that with Kiritsuku's interaction with the grill? Like, what is that? Okay? So, yeah. Hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the notification bell icon so that you always be kept up to date with all the latest posts and uploads from me here on YouTube. Do the same thing for my other 2 YouTube channels. Links are given in the video description down below. Visit all of my other network links, guys. Join the Too Lazy for Life community. Join my Discord. I'm pretty sure all you degenerate weebs out there own Discord. Click that button. Join that server. It's not harmful, guys. It's free. And just come and chat with me and the other guys in that lobby, okay? In that Discord. I want to make some new friends. I want to chat with you guys about all things anime and video games. Yeah, that's about it. All right. So, thank you all so much for watching, guys. And I'll see you all very shortly for the final episode of Fate Zero. All right. Bye for now.